I'm John from Aero. You might notice for the drift carts, big wings and wide body kits. The reason I created these drift carts was because I tried to get all my friends back into drifting again. They sold out of cars, but like, I think the easiest way is I've created a drift cart. Because the cart's just so convenient. You could take it to a local parking lot and just have fun for like the weekend for like a couple hours and pack it up and go home.
Do you ever run into problems with like cops and stuff just doing it in random parking lots?
The only reason it was possible for me to create these drift carts is because all my experience making car parts. No one has really drifted the carts this crazy yet. The electric motors are so torquey. I actually need to like harness when it kicks in because it might be uncontrollable. So I tune all these computers myself before I release them. One of the things I am working on that I can say is the way it comes out of the box, it's set up for the PVCs. But later on, when I release the rubber tire that smokes, I'm gonna release a new setup. My top model, the one that you just saw right now, it's about $5,000. So the next level up is when you wanna burn tires, it's probably gonna be a little bit like...
Welcome back to the Circle Drift Podcast. Appreciate all you guys stopping in for yet another episode. And as you can probably tell, today we are having on John from Aero. He is the owner and founder of Aero, where they started off designing chassis mounted wings and then ventured into body kits, and now mostly known for their drift carts. And they have obviously the gas powered and electric in multiple different options, but of course we'll get into a lot of that. But this one is actually going to be at Long Beach Formula Drift, the very first round of Formula Drift. So keep an eye out for the rest of them that'll come from that event. And we just left Formula Drift Atlanta as well, so we will have a lot of those coming up too. And I know I haven't mentioned it in a while, but you can always use code Circle of Drift on both SimHQ and Zeknova as well. So be sure to do that, and let's go ahead and get into the podcast. All right, we are here at Long Beach for Formula Drift, the first round, and we have John from Aero. As most of you guys probably seen, known for the karts and stuff like that. But you want to give a rundown of who you are, what your position is, stuff like that?
Yeah, I started Aero back in 2015. We started making aero parts for cars. You might have seen our big giant spoilers on the back of like Rocket Bunny kits and all the wide body kits. That's how we started. I like drifting a lot. I started making a lot of products for drifting, like body kits, wings, and what more, I want to tie everything together, so I just created a drift cart. So, yeah, just noise back there.
Yeah, sorry, by the way, they actually line up right behind us, so you will get some background noise throughout this. We can pause for a second if you want.
I can't hear.
Okay, back in Long Beach, and we got John from Aero. I guess, did you want to just kind of give yourself an introduction a little bit?
Yeah, I'm John from Aero. You might notice for the drift carts, big wings and wide body kits. We started the business in 2015.
Mostly known for the drift carts that you've kind of custom, fully frame built and all that stuff. At least the newer audience, I assume, refers you to that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, well, let's before we go down the rabbit hole of the carts and stuff, give me a little bit of rundown on, I guess, who you are personally and how you ended up starting Aero, and I guess why.
All good. I love cars. That's the reason why I started Aero. We started making chassis mounted wings back in 2015 when Rocket Bunny was really popular. I saw Rocket Bunny making a bunch of wide body kits, and then I just saw like, damn, with these wide body kits, I think a big chassis mounted wing would look cool on it. So we started making chassis mounted wings, and then we started making it for all those like popular like tuner cars that people modify. That's how we got started, and later, I'm really inspired by Rocket Bunny. They also make body kits, so I later started making body kits too. I learned how to like CNC machine body kits. So you might see some more wide body kits out there for like Subarus. You might see like some Subarus drifting on the internet. I built all those blue ones that you seen online. So people ask like, who owns those? I don't really tell them, but I own those. Yeah. So I love drifting, and I created these drift carts. The reason I created these drift carts was because some of my friends got a little bit older, so having like kids and family don't have time to go to the track. So I wanted to make some kind of, I tried to get all my friends back into drifting again, because they sold out of cars, but like, I think the easiest way is I've created a drift cart. So yeah, so something you can just take to the parking lot, go to the racetrack, but mainly it's like go to the parking lot, you just drift for like a couple hours and go home. So I made these.
Do you ever run into problems with like cops and stuff just doing it in random parking lots?
Luckily, we try to find like parking lots that are kind of really empty, and like we make sure we're not like in the middle of a lot of cars. We try to stay open, and you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. always been curious about that because it's kind of like a fine line between
Yeah, we usually scout
you
the
know.
place. We don't want to like hurt anybody. We try to do it safely, you know.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Well, you mentioned like chassis mount wings, and that's kind of how it all started. What is the first step to even getting into that? How did like, is it just the design process of making wings, or like how did you get into making wings?
Yes, making wings is made out of fiberglass. So I used to work for like a couple of different body kit companies before I started my own company, Aero. So I kind of like learned how to do fiberglass and work with different fiberglass fabricators. So we started making wings, and then one of my friends owns a metal fabrication shop. So I learned how to do a little bit of CAD work to design the metal brackets. So I combined the wing deck with the metal brackets to make the chassis mounted wings. Yeah, we would 3D scan the bumper of the car, like take out the bumper, scan the frame, design it all in CAD, and then have my friend's machine shop make all the brackets.
And what year was this, by the way?
We started in 2015, but I started in the industry back in like 2010. I was in the industry selling body kits, selling exhaust systems, all kind of aftermarket parts for cars. Yeah, I used to work at like auto body shop.
Wait, and that was here local in California,
Yeah,
right?
my whole life been pretty much in California. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. What was the first car you made a wing for? If you even remember.
I'm trying to remember. There was a few. It was a S13 because back then Rocket Bunny made this like Rocket Bunny wide body kit, and I saw this chassis mount wing on the S13. I was like, it looks so badass. So I made it for that one, and then my customers liked it, so I started making it up for a bunch of other cars like Miatas, 350Zs, S14s, Subarus. FRS was really popular. It's still popular now. So that's kind of how it grew. Like everyone was in the scene had wide body kits, so they came to me for the chassis mount wings. So like, I thank a lot to Rocket Bunny because without Rocket Bunny, I wouldn't be able to create Battle Aero because of the wide body kit. It really went well with my chassis mount wings.
Just kind of gave you the inspiration of all of it too. That's crazy. Because I remember back in the day, the first thing I noticed you guys for was like I don't even know what they're called, with the side panel part of the chassis mount wings.
The wing stands?
Yes. Well,
Yes.
not the stands, but like, damn, what is that
The
called?
mounting bracket, chassis bracket?
It's not the bracket,
the end
like
plates?
the end plates.
Oh, the wing end plates,
Is that
yes.
what you just call it, end plate?
We call it the wing end plates, yes.
Okay. I've never had a chassis mount wing, so I have no idea. I remember seeing some y'all did some crazy designs on those or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, we have true design. We have like a moon shape, and we have like something called a boomerang, like an L shape. But a lot of my customers, they customize it themselves. They just bought my wing and they made it.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, so it went viral. Like, it's all about the modifications.
Yeah. Speaking of like going viral, your customers going viral and stuff about it, do you think that's made a major role as to why the company's done fairly well?
Yeah, I don't really have a marketing background, so I just maybe I just make something go viral online and people like my stuff, and I can keep doing this keep staying in this industry, you know?
Yeah. As far as the branching from the wings to what came after the wings? Because
After the wings came wide body kits, because I started the wing because Rocket Bunny made wide body kits, and I'm really inspired by what Rocket Bunny does, like its machine work and everything. I actually visit Rocket Bunny in Japan to see how he makes his stuff, and that's how I got inspired. So later I bought a CNC machine, made a bunch of wide body kits for a lot of cars, like Smokey's GTO. I'm not sure you've interviewed it before. We've done that, and a bunch of Subarus, all kinds of stuff. So I made body kits for drift cars, like show cars. Also make like quarter panels for a lot of 350Zs. Is one of my popular products. Like people crash their car and they buy my quarter panel to replace it. So I love the drift stuff.
I bet you go through a lot of Z stuff.
We do. One of the top products is the quarter panels. We make FRS quarter panels now too. I seen that's a big thing.
Oh, that's so ironic, dude. Well, okay, so, but why body? Just the inspiration from Rocket Bunny made you get into body kits, though? Sorry, yeah. Alright, you should be good.
It's like an art. I mean, I just like creating things.
So you're in all of this for the creativity of it. Like that's more what.
It's my passion.
Okay.
Yeah, just creating, designing stuff for cars, and I just love it.
Were you an artist or anything beforehand? No.
No, I'm a big hands-on guy growing up. My favorite toy was the Legos.
Oh, what?
Legos, like the little blocks, building blocks.
Oh,
Legos.
Legos.
Yeah, that's kind of where I learned how to like assemble things and stuff. So kind of goes into my wings, like how to all assemble together from like learning from Legos. And
It's like the
designing
core
different, like,
foundation
shapes.
for an engineer.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I'm like a mix of engineer and like creativity.
Yeah. Then where does the branch even come to the carts? Like, how did you end up from going body kits to the carts, or was there something in between?
You mean to the go-karts?
Yeah.
Obviously, I made like a lot of body kits for cars, for drift cars and show cars. But it's just my love of drifting. Like my whole life has been drifting. I've been like, I got inspired by drifting back in like the video games. Back when I was like 5 years old, playing like Gran Turismo and Ridge Racer, and I've been doing this car industry for such a long time. And my real passion is drifting, like actual driving. So I wanted to make something where it's really close to like a real drift car, and so people that can really experience what it's like to drift a real car, but in a smaller scale. Yeah, that's one reason. Another reason was because a lot of my friends were selling their race cars, so they're having kids. Yeah, I know. I wish they had it, but they're selling all the cars, and I just miss drifting with my friends on the track. So I was like, what could I do to get my friends to drift with me again? That's why
That's a crazy way to get into it, because like that's obviously a relatable thing for a lot of people. Where you get older, you start having kids, you have a family, you let go of the race car, and you don't really go around it too much. So it's wild that you went through custom framing and fabricating a whole go-kart just to keep the love of drifting alive. That's
Yep. I just want to drift with my friends. That's why.
Yeah.
Because the car's just so convenient. You could take it to a local parking lot and just have fun for like the weekend for like a couple hours and pack it up and go home. That's why I created it. But the only reason it was possible for me to create these drift carts is because of all my experience making car parts. Like all the CAD design, all the 3D scanning, all the engineering behind like mounting these brackets for the wings. You can look in my drift car, you can see like it's all metal fabricated. Also the weight, also the chassis, I had to put that in there because it matches my brand. All of that, if I didn't go through the years of experience designing wings and body kits for cars, learning how to manufacture all this stuff, I probably would never came with a drift cart. That's how it all came to be.
It's just like a downscaled version of all the parts, really, too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm trying to link my carts to real cars now. That's like the new thing.
Okay, so give a rundown on all of because there's different options of the carts, right? Because you got the gas motor, electric motor, and then there's also some new stuff coming too, obviously. But
yeah,
what's the basic rundown of them?
Yeah, we have we have three options. We have the gas engine, our base model, and then we have a 3 kilowatt electric motor, and we have a 10 kilowatt option also. Those are the three options for power. And then inside of that, we have like other options like front brakes, hand brakes, all that stuff.
Anyways, okay, so you were just showing me a minute ago all the brake setup of it, the angle. So how many revisions did you have to go through to get to the ones that we have now?
It was quite a bit. It was probably about 6 months to a year of development before I released the first product. And then once I released it, within the year, I do like minor little adjustments to get to where it is now.
So what were some of the few, I guess, not mistakes, but adjustments you had to make?
Yeah, the first thing was design the steering angle. Like I wanted to create a drift car that had like a lot of steering, like almost 90 degrees. Mine creates 80 degrees right now.
That's an absurd amount of angle, by the way. I like just saying. That's absolutely just locked. Does it even move at that point, or does it just feel like crab walk?
When you're going at speed, it will, because you have momentum. But if you're going slow, then yeah, you're crab walking.
Okay.
You could do like, when you're going fast, you're moving still.
Okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to interrupt on that, but.
No worries. The steering was the biggest thing for me. Like I had to have the right steering. That's what keeps my drift cart away from like a regular race car. Because on a regular race car, you just can't get that amount of steering. There's no clearance for it. It didn't have the correct geometry that I wanted, because I was thinking about modifying a race car originally, but after I drove it and just felt how it handled, it did okay, but it just wasn't the way I like to drift my real car. I wanted a car that could handle like my real car. Like it has like an angle kit, it had to have like good weight distribution for drifting. Like a regular race car, the weight distribution is it's kind of like balanced, like front and back, like almost 50-50. Not really 50-50, but it was true balance for drifting. Because drifting, you kind of want a little bit off balance. You want that pendulum effect. So if you look at my cart, I put the motor in the back, but you look at a race car, the motor's on the side. That's all for like weight distribution. I purposely did that, and then also factor in like the way where the person sits. It factors into weight distribution. That's why my car handles the way it handles.
Well, I would have never guessed all of that math gets involved on just a go-kart too, let alone. Obviously the car, I can totally believe that, but holy shit. Okay, so what does that make the weight distribution for this chassis now?
My chassis is a little bit more towards the rear. It's probably like 60 to 70% to the rear, like 70% to the rear weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that needed for like the PVC tire deal to get a little bit more grip, or
Yeah,
is
it's
it...
for the PVC to get more traction onto the ground. Yeah, and also it has to do. Also, what I did into the steering system also keeps the PVC on the ground at all the time. Like if you try to drift a race car, you'll see that it has jacking. It'll lift the rear tires off the ground. For drifting, you don't want that. You want the rear tires to be always on the ground. Like, what do you mean a real drift car? You always adjust suspension to be on the ground. That's why I had to redesign the whole steering system.
Interesting. Okay. Now, as far as like, because they're so low to the ground, like I feel like people see them and they don't expect suspension to be involved. There isn't really crazy suspension or anything on it, right? It's pretty stiff.
Yeah, there's no like actual suspension, but my steering system has adjustable Ackerman. So depending on the track you're driving or your driving style, you could adjust that just like a real car. So you don't really adjust the suspension, but you adjust the like steering system and you adjust weight distribution. So you could actually move the seat forward and back a little bit, and it'll affect how it rotates. Cause like in a real drift car, some pro drifters, they have ballast. They move it around depending on how they want the grip to handle or how it rotates around. So I thought about that also.
That's so funny, because like you would never, if you were just building these cars, like, because hasn't like Razor made like a cheap little drift cart type crap?
The crazy cars, those are pretty cool.
The crazy carts are great, like especially what Taxi Garage does. But I swear there was one back in the day where they had like plastic tires on the back, or I don't know.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, the little Razor little drift. Yeah, I seen that one.
Yeah. Okay. So like obviously that thing's not that great. So but when you have the knowledge of an actual car and how a setup works, you would never know that without that knowledge. So I guess moving into what the next step is, what are you trying to progress on it now?
I don't want to say, but I have a new car I'm working on. It's going to be even crazier. You just have to wait to see. One of the things I am working on that I can say is I'm developing a custom tire for go-kart drifting that smokes. You'll probably see some videos of like my prototypes.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on a custom compound for drifting go-karts.
That's crazy. So obviously then, like, they sell pretty well. I see people make videos all the time on them. So does it justify the manufacturing of it, or is it kind of like just a shot in the dark?
You mean my new tire or what?
Yeah, because like I'm sure there's a lot of development and costs going along with it and stuff like that.
The mold cost to create a tire is pretty expensive.
So there's like a whole market for this now.
I'm not sure. I'm taking a risk. I'm trying it out. I just love the sport of drifting and my car so much that I'm willing to take the risk to try it out. If people don't like it, oh well, at least I can still drift with my friends on these tires. But I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys like it and support us, and we can keep creating crazier stuff for you guys.
Have you ever done like any actual event competitions with them or anything?
That's like my next thing. So I'm trying to learn how to judge competitions, and maybe I can have someone judge and start a series in the future. Yeah.
So it just uses a normal handbrake as well? It's just like a normal.
Yeah, it's actually a handbrake off a real car.
What handbrake is it that comes with them? That's fair.
Yeah, the handbrake is just an off-the-shelf handbrake right now. We're actually right now I'm designing my own custom handbrake. It's gonna have battery. It's gonna be like a whole new design. It's gonna be out of billet. So you'll see that here in the next couple of months. I wanted to use like real car parts, like real handbrake from a real car. The steering wheel is my own steering wheel. It's a steering wheel that I can put on a real car also. The 6 ball pattern on it. It's just because I came from real drifting. I used to drift I drove a couple cars, so all my experience in a real drift car, I've been putting into the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What size master is on that? Because those are really small calibers.
The master I'm using for the handbrake is 3/4. I've been experimenting with different ones, but they all kind of work because it's such a lightweight, so it'll lock in no matter what size you put.
That's what I kind of figured. It
yeah.
doesn't. It's not really gonna make it much adjustment on how stiff or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Very minor, but you won't really feel it because the car's so light compared to a real car.
Are you initiating and everything like exactly the same as you would in a car?
Yeah, that's why I created it this way. So you could fake initiate, you could go straight in and pull the handbrake, whatever you like, or power over, just like a real car.
Then how are these new tires gonna affect it? Because I assume they'll obviously have a little bit more grip, right?
It's gonna have more grip. Also, I'm creating a new setup that's gonna make more power, so you keep them like smoking.
Oh, so kind of compensate that.
Yep.
That's interesting. So what would that power plant be? Another Suron platform?
It's still in development, so I'm testing different motors and different electronics right now, and different tune on the computer. So I tune all these computers myself before I release them, because no one has really drifted the carts this crazy yet. So I'm like learning how to tune these.
Oh, then what are you adjusting on the tune
I'm
to
adjusting like
compensate for
how
drifting?
the power comes, because the electric motors are so torquey. I actually need to like harness when it kicks in, because it might be uncontrollable. So I'm working on that.
Okay, so I do media for like a stunt bike company as well, and they've been trying to test out some of the Surons and stuff, and that's one of the main problems they have when they're trying to do wheelies or any type of ground tricks, is the torque is just instant. They can't modulate it enough.
Yes.
So that's what you mean.
That's
it's
what I'm
just
working on,
kind of
yes.
feathering it in
Yeah,
a little bit.
Anyone can make peak power on these things. It's been done in the e-bike community, but it's like the drivability is what I'm working on. Because drifting is a driver's driving sport. Like, it's all about the driver. So that is what I'm working on.
That's insane. I didn't realize they had like full-on tunes on them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would have to, yeah.
Yeah, just like a real car. It's like a little standalone computer that you could
How big is it?
It's like this. It's like some little
Okay,
tiny
so
little
it's still
thing.
fairly normal
Yeah,
size.
I'll
But...
show you later. It's still smaller than like a Motec or whatever, you know.
Oh, okay.
But it's
okay.
cute. It's a cute little thing.
And okay, so as far as replacement parts, are there any like consumables on these carts? Obviously the PVC for right now.
Yeah, obviously the PVC, like tires. Those are mainly like chain goes out, but that's normal. Sprockets. We sell all those replacement parts. So if you crash it, you can message us and we'll get you new parts.
How often are you going through that stuff?
The PVCs?
For like tires, for example.
Yeah, that's a pretty common question. The PVCs really varies depending on how hard you drive the carts. So it can last 1 hour or it can last a whole day, depending on what power level you run it out. You could, on the electric one, it has 3 power levels. You can set it to whatever power level you want.
Good God.
If you set it at like full power, you could probably burn it up in 1 hour. If you put like low power, it'll probably last you like 6 hours.
That's the PVC.
The PVC, yeah.
So how long does the battery last?
The battery lasts about like if you run it at max power, it'll probably last you like 20 minutes. If you run it at low power, it'll probably last you an hour to 2 hours. It depends on like the power level you're running at. Like the way I drive at full power, probably like 20, 15 minutes.
How often are you actually driving at full power though? It's got to be pretty intense, right?
Not often. Only when I'm driving with like pro guys that really know how to drive, and I run at full power. Because it gets pretty dangerous. Because these cars, they top out like 60 miles an hour.
Holy shit. What's the new one gonna like? Are you expecting it to top out at?
I'm not really focused on top speed, but it can probably hit like 70 to 80 if you really want to. But
it's
I'm
a
not sure
death
yet.
cart,
It's
dude.
kind of too scary.
Oh,
I'm focused more on.
I don't know
like,
if I could do that one.
yeah. The main focus on the motor power is more for like torque, because you need torque to like keep the tire spinning, and wheel speed. That's main focus. Like the right gearing to keep the wheel speed going. That's to keep the tires lighting. Because a lot of people focus on top speed, but we're not racing it. We're drifting. We need to keep tires going. So we need torque and we need wheel speed. That's what I focus on. That's what my tune is focused on. My gear ratio, all my whole setup. Like that's what I'm focused on.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned gearing though. So it actually has gears in it?
It does. It just has it's a single speed at the moment.
Okay.
So depending on what track you go on or what tire you're running, I would recommend a certain gear ratio. The way it comes out of the box, it's set up for the PVCs. But later on, when I release the rubber tire that smokes, I'm gonna release a new setup. I'm testing it right now.
Oh. No, okay. So would all the current carts be able to just like get a tune for that
Yes, you can
and be
upgrade the
able to
parts.
do it?
You should be able to upgrade the parts. I'm working on that
Okay,
right
so
now.
you still have to buy parts and
Yeah,
stuff
you can
to do
upgrade
it.
like upgraded controller, upgraded battery should make more power, and upgraded gearing. So I'll offer that once I'm done doing the R&D.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of
Okay,
people asking for
so
it now, but I'm still working on it.
so do you know how much rough cost would be on a like a full upgrade kit for a current cart?
It might be like about another grand to $2 grand more to my current car. So my car starts at $2,000 for the base model, and then my top model, the one that you just saw right now, is about $5 grand. So so the next level up is when you want to burn tires and have out my gearing setup. It's probably going to be a little bit like $2 grand more than that. So like $7 grand
Damn.
around there.
It's like buying a car.
Yeah, it's close to
That's
buying like
crazy.
a Z. A lot of people tell me that, like it's close to buying a 350Z. Yeah, that's cool. I started from a Z also. I love Zs.
Yeah. Now, where does a lot of the price comes from the motor, correct?
A lot of the
I
price comes
assume?
from the motor and the battery and the controller. It's just the electric setup is so expensive, but it performs, so that's why it costs so much.
All right.
Yeah.
How are you getting those, by the way? Are you just having to buy like screwed up Surons, or
No,
can
no,
you
so-
source the motor itself?
We source the motors. So I've been doing a lot of research in like the e-bike community. So these are not OEM Surround motors. These are upgraded aftermarket performance motors and batteries that we're sourcing.
Who
Brand new.
does them?
The motors and batteries are sourced from Asia. Yeah, all the surrounds are made in Asia. Yeah, our car frames are fabricated here in California, so I can show you later. We have a local spot here that we fabricate all our stuff.
That's so wild, dude. So okay, then what is the frame made out of? Is it chromoly or anything, or is
It's
it just
made out of
normal steel?
Just
Okay.
regular steel. We could do chromoly, but I'm trying to keep this affordable for people.
I was about to say, because
Yeah,
chromoly
definitely.
would be expensive as hell. If you did do one like a one-off, what would it probably cost?
That's a good question. I'll have to go add up the numbers because I never got there yet.
Huh.
Maybe I'll make a titanium one.
Because I'm thinking of like my BMX days, like all of our frames back in the day were chromoly, and or I assume they might still be. I haven't ridden in forever, but would that even matter if it was like a lighter frame?
It will help a little bit, but what I found is like when it's too light, you don't get enough traction, so you end up adding some weight back anyways. So right now the way it's set up is like perfect. So I found that when a lighter person sits on a cart, they cannot keep up with a heavier person sometimes because they don't have enough traction, so the heavier person takes off. So you kind of want a good amount of weight. You don't want like too much, but the right amount. It's crazy.
Huh. I would have never thought about that. So, okay, then whenever you start adding more power to it, do you think you'll ever get to the point where you need to really add suspension in a way?
It might be in the works in the future.
Really?
Maybe, but I haven't. Maybe I don't want to give away too much, but I'm working on something new right now.
What's the forecast on when the new motor and everything is going to be out?
I'm trying to finish it within this year. Like I got a working setup, but I'm testing to make sure it's reliable. Like that's the biggest thing for me a lot. I don't want customer to have a product that is gonna like not run for a good amount of time, because it's easy to make a lot of power on these e-bikes, but like make it reliable, like keep it from overheating. That's the biggest thing for me, because I don't want you to just drive it for a minute and let the motor. You have to wait for the motor to cool off. I don't want that to happen.
Oh, how fast is that happening?
If in the beginning I tested a lot of motors. These motors can make the same power as my motor that I use, but they overheat. So I don't want that. Like it's gonna be boring if it overheats in 1 minute. So
In 1 minute?
you run at full power, you run the wrong motor, wrong setup, it can overheat in like 1 minute to 5 minutes. That's not gonna be fun.
Holy shit.
So that's where I'm doing all the testing.
Okay, then how does...
Like the setup I have now, you can run the whole battery without overheating. Yeah.
What does the cooling setup consist of?
It's air cooled. It's air cooled. So I try to keep it simple. I could run water cooling. It's going to drive the cost more, and it's going to make it more complicated. Like more things could fail. I don't want that. I want to keep it simple. So that's why I'm testing like different motor manufacturers to see which one is the ideal one that's simple and doesn't overheat for a new setup.
I didn't even know they overheated like that. I thought it was just
when you're revving it, because I tune my motor to rev to like 12,000 RPM. When you're revving it that high, it gets a lot of heat.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
12,000 is insane. So okay, then how long have you even been making these carts? It's
We're-
only been a few
We've been
years,
making
right?
it for like 2.5 years now.
So not even a few years. Wow.
True, 2.5 years. 2.5.
I'm gonna be. It's gonna be wild to see where these things end up in like 5 years. Like what you're gonna end up doing with them.
Hopefully we can start a series and get everyone like into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how many? Okay, how many are you actually pushing out the door per month?
We ship about a few a day right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. So they're actually selling really well.
They're okay. Yeah.
And if anyone wants to get one, like they can just do custom colors and stuff like that.
If our standard color is blue, and we also have a raw, like non-powder coated, so you can powder coat it whatever color you want. We could do custom color, but it just slows down the lead time, so we don't really try to do it. But if you really want it, send us a message, and if we have that color, we charge a little bit extra for custom colors, but we can do that for you.
Yeah, I've definitely got to try one of these out. Is there anywhere for like just the average person to come try them? Obviously, you're here at an event right now, but
Yeah, we
on
actually
average.
just put a indoor like test track in our warehouse here in Irwindale, California. It's not too far from Irwindale Speedway, the one that just closed down last year. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss that. But yeah, you can come, book an appointment on our website, and you come down and drive the carts and try it out.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah, if you're in California, do that shit. Because if you don't have the money to buy one, at least come drive it. How's that been working out for you so far?
It's good. We just started like 2 weeks ago, and every week, every time people come, they drive it, they film it, and they post it online, and they love it. And then their friends see it, like, where is that at? And then the next week they bring like 2 other friends, and then next week it just like keeps multiplying. So that's kind of the new venture right now. Like, I'm trying to get people to experience these drift cars and experience what drifting is all about. The good thing about the drift car is like anyone can drive it. Like even if you've never driven a real car yet, you can drive it. So people bring in their friends that never drifted before, and they come in and they try it, they love it, and they get into drifting too. Like I'm just like my new mission is like just to get people inspired about drifting and hopefully join the sport. Yeah, that's like the new thing now.
It's another gateway, man. It's just honestly, it's competing right there with sim drifting, and just like for people, another avenue for people to jump in quick at a lower cost, and I guess less damage or less opportunity for damage.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I gotta
sim's
say,
gonna
I
got you
I
beat
love-
on that one, but
I love sim drifting though. I came from sim drifting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been playing Gran Turismo since forever. I was a kid. That's how I learned how to drive. Yeah, so all this stuff just came together.
so what's your thoughts on the way it's or how things have come now,
For
and
sim
how
drifting,
crazy the rigs are and
dude,
how advanced everything is?
it's so crazy because like I never thought how advanced it could be, but like it looks like a real car now. Like it's wow, it's amazing.
I agree. My setup at home, I got a full Sim Magic setup from Sim HQ, and dude, I used to kind of frown upon Sims.
Really?
Yeah, back in the day, I wasn't good at it because I started in a car and then I tried the Sim and it didn't connect until someone forced me to just drive through the suck, and then I figured it out and I was like, all right, I totally get where people are coming from. I get why drivers are so good as soon as they get in a car after coming from a sim. And yeah, it blew my mind once I finally figured it out. So
Yeah, it teaches you the basics of driving. Yeah, back on that, like some of my customers like, oh, this is like a bridge between like sim driving and a real car. Like you're like driving a little go kart is kind of like in the middle. So
yeah,
it's kind of like
it's
a little
that
bridge.
mid next step. Yeah, that's so funny, dude. Well, obviously we're here at FD, so I do want to touch on that a little bit. How's the event been going for you?
Oh, dude, it's been going great. Like people are this is our first time having a booth at FD. And
Oh, no way.
yeah, it's our first time. And then people was like, oh, I've seen these go karts all over the internet. Like it's good to finally see this in real life, and like they're so inspired.
So are you expecting a little bit more today? I assume it looks a
Yeah.
little bit busier
Yeah, this
today.
is Saturday. This is a main event.
Yeah.
It's like this is like only less than it's like only 9 o'clock. Everyone's here. Yesterday I was here. It was not as crazy as this. So
Yeah.
I'm
Do you have
expecting-
any other events planned for this year where people can come see them?
We're for sure gonna be here at the Round Beach Round 2 at the end of the year. So we're in California. We'll see how things go. Maybe we'll show up to other events too. This is our first one. So
Come out to the East Coast, man.
we might.
Yeah. You ought to come to a polecat event. The polecat? You seen Chase Bay's events that they've been doing? Oh, dude, you should check it out. It is by far my favorite track, at least on the East Coast. Possibly the entire country. I don't know. But it's like 2 miles long. It's a bunch of elevation change. It's insane.
Is it in the canyons?
It's in Tennessee. It's like 30 minutes from my house.
Is it is it a racetrack or is it like?
Oh, it's an actual racetrack. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a polecat training facility or training center. They do like a lot of road race instructions or like training days and classes and all that stuff. So not much like parking, but they're expanding a lot now. But killer track to come attend to. So if you ever come out on these, do it.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I come out.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, do you want to give a shout out or name where people can buy one of the carts or buy any parts or anything like that?
Yeah, if you're interested in our go-karts, you can go to our website, www.battle.com. We also have our cell phone number on there. You can text us also. So, yeah, just check us out.
Oh, yeah. I just want to say I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time to come over here, especially during a busy event like this. So
Yeah, thank you also. So I'm pretty sure you're pretty busy the rest of the day. You're pretty booked up. But
yeah,
thank you for
man.
having us.
And if I missed anything too, feel free to drop it in the comments. I want to spend a little extra time when we come back out for the final round and actually go out, try out the carts and stuff like that too. So if we missed anything, we can do another one. Just let me know. So appreciate it, dude. I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you, man.
Hell yeah. And yet another fantastic episode with John, the owner of Battle Aero. I do want to apologize that majority of his angle was blurry. I don't know what happened. I had set the focus before we even got started, but that's besides the fact. So I do apologize for that. But we are good on that in the future. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about the carts. If I did miss anything, feel free to let me know in the comments and I can either get those questions answered or we could have John back on at some point in the future, which could be at the last round of Formula Drift as well. So, and as you can tell, I did end up getting my own kart. We did just go with the Predator 212 series, just the gas motor. If I ever do want to jump up to electric or even the new 9 kilowatt, I think is what it was, that will be burning tires. I can do that in the future, but for now, we will have this kart out at most of the, if not all, the FD events that we will be going to, which we'll be going to all the FD events actually. So you'll be able to see this kart on display. We'll have to figure out if we can do any like testing of it where people can jump on it, try it out, all that stuff, but we'll see. I'm not too sure how that works out at FD, but I hope you guys enjoyed it and let me know who you guys want to see on in Orlando. And yeah, thanks again. I'll see you guys in the next one.